Alright, what's up, guys? This is DN277S,
This is CyberDen.
and this is CyberDen episode 7. It's been a little while. It's been, like a little 3-week hiatus.
A little holiday break.
You had your bronchitis,
Still have it a little bit.
but you don't sound like...
I can talk.
You don't sound like a lawnmower running over like a raccooning.
No,
So,
I can talk. I'm still fighting it, but I'm getting there.
You're gonna win the battle, we know it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's been a long fight.
It's been a big battle.
Yes.
It's been a war.
Many casualties.
Yeah, unfortunately. This video is dedicated to all the casualties obtained during your bronchitis fight. Alright, so what's going on with GTA? Nothing really GTA-ish going on.
There hasn't been anything. All they did, they got rid of the glitched money. That's about it. All they did. Which needed to be done. I'm glad they did it.
And
what's your thoughts on that?
No, I'm glad they did it because
I remember when I first told you about it, you were really upset about it.
Well, yeah, because there's no point then. The whole point of the game is to collect money and move up in the world.
Yeah, but we weren't supposed to have billions of dollars. There's way too much money. Everyone had billions of dollars. It was pointless.
Yeah. Well, I had 60 million that someone gave me. I didn't hack. I don't hack.
I had 550 million. Somebody gave it to me through the bounty thing.
And I am glad they took it all away because it was causing major problems. Like people were just going nuts.
No one did any of the
There
missions.
was anarchy.
No one did any of the missions or races. Everyone just ran around blowing up everybody's personal vehicles because money didn't matter.
And now people get pissed off now if you blow up someone's vehicle.
They do. We've had a lot of people mad at us over the last few weeks.
Yeah, that one dude, he's like, stop killing me. He's like, what did I ever do to you? We killed him like 40 times though, over a span of 3 hours. He had a right to be mad. Why don't they just leave then?
I don't know.
If they don't like being in our session, just leave.
Yeah.
Just go home.
And there's the 4 guys that invited me to the party chat. He threatened to hack my Xbox account if I didn't stop.
And then he said he was going to cut off your nipples and wear it as a yarmulke.
Yes, he did tell me that also.
So, and then I got on. They're like, DN, get out of here.
They were not happy.
They're like, we will hack your Xboxes.
They were not happy.
Yeah, they were pissed. So yeah, there's not really any new patch news. No content.
No, nothing. There hasn't been anything.
So.
Oh, it snowed on Christmas.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was annoying though.
Yeah.
I was like snowing. I was like driving in real life in snow.
When the fog was terrible, like you couldn't fly, you couldn't see.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrecked into a billboard because of
that. Yeah, there's a lot of fog.
And should we tell them about the cargo tank?
Oh yeah, the cargo tank.
We invented this. We're copywriting this now. This is our trademark. CyberDen trademark right now.
Sounds good.
The cargo tank.
Yes.
Today's January 24th. Copyright reasons. We thought of it first.
We've been doing it for a couple weeks now too.
Yeah. It's when I get my cargo bob, and you can buy a cargo bob. It's just kind of deep in the game. And then he gets in his tank, and I lift him up and take him around the city and blow people up.
Yes, and you don't even put me down. Like I shoot and kill people while I'm still like hanging from the cargo bob.
And if there's enough, I'll just like shoot you down. You kill them, and I pick you back up, and we just move somewhere else.
Yeah, it's great. This is why people get so mad at us.
Well, this is why we're the most hated people in GTA right now. And the look on their faces, like you can just tell. You can't see the look on their face, but you can just tell they're at home.
Yeah, most of the time they don't even shoot at us. They just stand there like looking at us.
Yeah. Some will just like do a U-turn and completely go the other way. I remember that one time we were going towards some guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got this," and then he like completely did a U-turn.
Yes, tried to get away.
Gave up
once he saw us.
And it's kind of fun. I dropped you on people. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Man, they get so pissed off. They hate the cargo tank.
They get really mad.
So yeah, then you tried to do it one time. You don't really fly well with the cargo tank.
It's hard. It's hard.
My job is flying. You're the one that shoots.
Yes.
So yeah, not much anything new with GTA, unfortunately. We'll see next week.
Yeah.
And so what's going on with Netflix? Watching any good on Netflix?
I've been watching Kitchen Nightmares and Battlestar Galactica.
You want to tell them how long it took you to watch all 5 seasons of Kitchen Nightmares?
The bronchitis, man. I banged it out in probably like less than 2 weeks.
Oh my god. These are hour-long episodes, too. Well, 44 minutes.
44 minutes.
42
There's
now.
not a whole lot of episodes per season. It's only like 12.
Yeah, still.
Because he does what? He does like one a month.
I don't know. I don't
Well, he stays with him for a week. It's a week long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the show is retarded in the sense that the people that own these restaurants are idiots.
Yeah.
And Ramsey should not help them. Like, they need to go out of business.
They don't deserve help.
I mean, it's capital. He's going against capitalism.
Yeah.
They need to go out of business so someone better can come take their place, which is capitalism. Yeah, the people are idiots. They're like, why is my restaurant failing? Our food sucks. We're terrible to the customers, and there's like rats running around.
You have a giant mutated rat in the freezer.
Yeah, they don't need Ramsey. Like, they're just idiots.
Well, even if he does help them, they're just gonna go back to their old habits.
Yeah.
Can't change someone's habits.
And but yeah, Ramsey is great too. He rips them like a new one, man. Unless he yells at him.
I watch Hell's Kitchen. I've seen every Hell's Kitchen season, and that was awesome. I love Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
That's coming back soon.
I do have to say that I watched a couple episodes of the British version.
I didn't like the British version.
Kitchen Nightmares, and I think the British version's a lot better because
he's nicer.
Yeah, for one, he's nicer, and second, he actually like helps the restaurant people.
Yeah.
Like, the restaurant people aren't as much of an idiot as the American ones.
Yeah.
And he actually helps them, and there's like no drama.
Yeah.
Like, in the American ones, like they'll like cooks just start like beating each other up and stuff. Like, there's so much drama and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The British version's a lot more like realistic and like it's a lot more good. And yeah, he is a lot nicer to those people. I think he just hates Americans.
Yeah. Well, I haven't watched Kitchen Nightmares in a while.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know it got brought back.
Yeah, it's still on. It's coming. I guess the new season starts this spring. Starts in like March or something. I think it said.
Well, Hell's Kitchen should be sometime near the summer.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that. Season 12. This might be the last season too. They only renewed it up to this season.
I don't watch that show much, but I did hear what happened in like 2010. Like, the winner, he didn't end up giving the winner the job, and there was like a huge scandal or something.
Well, the last person that won a couple months ago, she didn't take the job.
Why doesn't he give them the jobs?
No, she didn't want it.
Oh, why didn't she take it?
I don't know.
She got like other offers.
Well, that's the best offer you can have. That's a 6-figure contract.
Maybe not. Maybe someone else came along and gave her a better offer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Some people would be like scouting. That's a good show to scout people.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you win that show, every restaurant in America is going to want you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you went through all that shit and put up with Ramsey and everything and you won, like, yeah, you could get a job anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Next Top Model, like the model people. Like, they can get a job modeling anywhere. Like, once you win that.
You watch Next Top Model?
No. I'm just using it as a reference.
All right. Just make sure.
I mean, one of those girls are kind of hot. So it's not wrong watching that. That's like when the Victoria's Secret catalog comes to the mail. I don't sit and like read it for hours, but I might peruse through it before I throw it in the dumpster.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, Kitchen Nightmares. I prefer Hell's Kitchen because Kitchen Nightmares is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but he yells at him so much, and it's so much drama. Like, the people are crazy.
You know where we should send him? The Grand Buffet.
We should. Yeah, that place was
terrible.
My
God, we went there like 2 years ago. That was the worst place.
I don't remember what I had. Everything I had was terrible. So we put a bunch of crayfish.
Yeah, we did. I put a crayfish right on the booth.
Yeah.
Seat.
But yeah, the other thing I'm watching is Battlestar Galactica, and I've never seen any of it. I'm watching the newer one. Everyone tells me it's like the best show ever. I'm already through season 1.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know if I like it or not yet.
Yeah.
I gotta see where it goes. It's very religious.
Yeah.
It got very religious towards the end of
season 1.
That.
I'm not.
I kind of like that though. Depending if it has.
Well, it depends. Like, if it's Scully, that has a lot of meaning behind it.
Yeah.
Like, Scully got religious in X-Files.
Oh yeah.
That had a lot of meaning to it, and it was necessary.
X-Files gets very religious. Definitely in the later seasons.
Well, the earlier seasons are a bit too.
The later seasons get very religious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no problem with that. I mean, it's a good story.
I believe in science.
Well, but still.
But if it pertains to the story, it's worth it.
It's still a good story, I think. So I don't know. I'll let you know in a couple weeks what I think about Battlestar.
Yeah, I've never watched it. I'm not really that into sci-fi. The only sci-fi I'm into is Star Wars, and I'm obsessed with Star Wars.
We know you're obsessed with Star Star Wars.
I don't like Star Trek.
Star Trek's awesome.
I do want to watch Next Generation. I'll get into that. I'll give it a try.
Jean-Luc Picard. All right.
Professor X.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, I'll check it out. What's the best? If I was gonna watch one episode, what should I watch? Or if I was gonna watch one season, what should I watch?
one season of Next Generation.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna watch all 7.
Probably was one of like the middle seasons.
Like 4 or 5.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
All right, I'll check it out.
But yeah, that's all I've been watching on Netflix. Honestly, I'm running out of things to watch on Netflix. I've been asking people what to watch. I'm running out of stuff to watch on Netflix.
I've been watching The Office nonstop.
Well, I've already seen every episode of The Office.
So have I, but I've been reliving it.
That's one of my favorite shows ever.
That's one series I don't have on DVD.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a box set. Because the show's over.
Yeah, didn't they do one yet?
No, they would have by now. I don't know if they're going to. I don't know if it's for licensing reasons or what.
That's kind of weird they haven't.
Because that was one of their most popular shows.
I would have expected them bringing one out like right after the season.
Yeah. I might just get all the seasons together, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That is one of the best, one of my favorite shows. I love that show.
I love that show, but I really did not like the later seasons.
Yeah.
I think season 5 on was just kind of lackluster.
I don't know. I was kind of impressed. They're good in their own way. They definitely don't compare to Michael Scott, but I think they definitely live on to the Office tradition. I think they did it as the best they could without Michael Scott.
Well, Michael Scott is like one of the funniest characters on TV of all time.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Some of his quotes. My personal favorite quote of his. He's like, it was from the episode where Ryan took him to his college in season 3.
Yeah.
And Michael's like, we all have role models. He's like, I want to be the fun boss. We had a fun teacher. I forget what his name was. He's like, we had a fun teacher. He would joke around, tell stories. Then he started hooking up with some of the students, and there was a lawsuit. Someone told. He's like, it ruined 8th grade for everyone.
Nice.
8th grade. That's my favorite Michael quote. And then he's doing the presentation. He has all the candy bars.
Yeah.
He's like, to get a payday.
He's just like hitting like nobody wants.
Yeah, he's just like throwing it,
hitting people in the head. They're like dodging them. Nobody wants them.
He's like satisfied, and he holds up a Snickers. Yeah. And then he's like in the soundproof room where he couldn't hear Ryan, and Ryan's talking about it's a failing paper company, and Michael's like, I wonder what he's saying. He's probably saying how good our business is. And he's like, I really don't give this paper company 2 more years. And he's like, the only reason I asked him here is because I get an extra letter grade. He's like, you would do it, right? But yeah, I think the first, let's say 4 seasons were the best.
Yeah.
You could even say the first 5.
Yeah.
Especially 2, 3, and 4. Those were the best.
It was the best. It was the best until Jim and Pam started dating.
Yeah. Because they were doing pranks on.
Yeah, when did they start dating?
Season 4.
Season 4, yeah. It was best before that. Because, yeah, they would always do the pranks on Dwight.
Yeah. Dude, those pranks were amazing.
Yes.
What's your favorite prank?
When he sends him facts from future Dwight.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty. Do you remember?
Because then at the end, he's like up on the roof with the cell phone.
Yeah.
Like, throws the cell phone off the building.
Yeah. I really like all the pranks. I like when he conditioned him with the Mentos.
Yes, that's a good one.
Because I remember learning about that in psychology. And I'm like, Dwight,
Yep.
the Mentos. He's like, in high school, we learned about a scientist who would give dogs a treat when he rang a bell. He would condition them to want to salivate when he rang the bell. So like that was. He like conditioned Dwight. That was hilarious.
Yes, he'd give an Altoid every time he restarted the computer.
Yeah. And then one day he restarted it and he put his hand out. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like,
Yes.
"I don't know."
Yes.
He's like, "My mouth tastes weird all of a sudden."
What would you say the best episode is?
Oh my god. Like my personal favorite or like the best?
What you think of your personal favorite? What you think the best episode was?
I really like Phyllis's wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
that
one,
is a good one.
I think that's the funniest one.
Yeah.
They're all funny though. I mean,
I would have to say there's three episodes I like the most. The Dwight speech.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, season 2. Yeah.
And
the injury. That's another one I forgot.
The injury is a pretty good one. And the other one would be the Dundies. Do you remember the
first
Dundies?
one?
Yeah,
first
the Dundies
yeah.
and Chili's.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one.
She gets banned from Chili's.
Yes. I would say those 2, and then the best one being the dinner party. because so much happens
yeah.
in that episode.
Yeah, that's
I'd
hilarious.
say the dinner party is the best episode.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is one of the best.
Just because of everything, like Jan's candles, like she's
Yeah.
trying to like sell him his candles.
He's trying. It's an investment opportunity.
And then the TV, and then she breaks the TV, and then when they're eating dinner, and how Michael says Jan's trying to poison him. Just everything about that episode is hilarious. And Dwight brings his like babysitter.
Yeah.
There's so much in that episode.
Wait, he's like, he showed his bed. He gets that little like ottoman.
Yes, he shows his bed. He sleeps at the end.
And her former assistant Hunter.
Yeah, that CD.
Yeah. And Jim stole the CD.
Yes.
He's like, I have a confession to make.
They're like eating ice cream at the end.
He's like, I stole this. But the TV. He's like, I treated myself. I went out and I bought this LCD.
What is it? It's like 12 inches.
Yeah, it's a $200 TV. And he's like, I'll just stand here for hours and watch this. It's the best in the world.
And Jan throws a Dundee at the attraction. Dude, yeah, there's so much in that episode.
The best part's when he's like, I think Jan's trying to poison me. Yes. He's like, I don't know for sure. I can't confirm it. And then Pam's like,
she's worried that she's trying to poison her too.
Yeah.
She thinks she's like Michael's former lover.
Yeah. She's like, if she was gonna poison anybody, it would be Michael's former lover, right?
And it takes like 8 hours for the meal to be done.
Yeah. She's like, I'm gonna go start dinner.
They're all like, what?
She's like, it has to simmer for 3 hours.
Yeah, it'll be done in 3 hours.
Another really good episode is when Oscar came out as gay. You remember that one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
He's like, I call everyone faggy. And Toby's like, but he's actually gay. Then he's like, faggy, you don't call a gay person a faggy. You call your friends a faggy. Just like you don't call a retarded person a retard. You call your friends retards. And then Jim gave him the gaydar.
Yeah.
He's like, I hope this helps. It was like a metal detector.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I think it was a metal detector.
I think it was just something like that, and he just put like a sticker on it that said gaydar.
Had like little lights. It said "Bye straight." Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, he's like, Jim told me about the gaydar. Michael's like, what's that? He's like, should I call him? He's like, no. Then they thought about it. He's like, yeah, call Jim. And then he like pretended to look it up on like Amazon or something. He's like, yeah, they're sold out. But yeah, the injury, that one's a good one too.
That one is.
When he gets a concussion.
That's a good quote. He's like, so I like to wake up to the smell of bacon.
Yeah.
See me.
Yeah.
Burns his foot on the George Foreman grill.
He's like, every morning at 4 a.m. Or he's like, no, every night before I go to bed, I put 4 strips of bacon on the grill. Every morning at 6 a.m., I turn it on. And then when I wake up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. Yeah, and then he gets the concussion, Dwight. He throws up all over the car.
Yes, Dwight like is flying out of the parking lot and like hits the pole, and he just gets out and like pukes all over the hood and then gets back in
Yeah.
And everyone's like up in the office looking out the window at him.
Yeah. And then the best part was when Michael was going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You remember he fell in the bathroom. He's like, somebody help.
Yes.
And no one goes in to help him.
Yes.
Oh my. And then he's spraying him with the bottle.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of good office episodes. That was a good show.
So what do you think your least favorite episode is? Because there's definitely a lot of episodes where I just could not get into it.
I don't know. That's a hard question. I don't think there's ever been a bad episode. What episode do you like?
I don't know. Some of the like season 6 and 7 I didn't really like. Like I said, the more kind of towards the end I didn't really like them. Dude, they weren't as funny.
James Spader was great when he's in it though.
Yeah.
He's so weird. He's so out
His
there.
pool party he had.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Well, he was like the CEO, wasn't he? Or like what did he do? Because I haven't seen those in a while.
He was the boss. He replaced Michael.
Yeah.
And then he replaced the owner. He became the CEO.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name bought it? The old CEO. What was his name? You know who I'm talking about, though. Michael's boss.
Yeah.
Above Jan.
Yeah.
He buys it, and then he sends him on like some like foreign expedition.
Yeah. What did you think of Will Ferrell in
It
The
was
Office?
funny. It was only one episode.
No, it was multiple episodes.
Yeah, it was just the one episode.
No.
He was applying for the job.
No, he was in a lot of them.
Was he?
He was in the Dundies, the final Dundies. He was in a lot of them. He was in a good little like
Okay.
5 or 6 episodes.
I don't remember that. Well, I like Will Ferrell, so I liked it.
I like Will Ferrell, but I didn't really like him in The Office. I don't know. It just didn't work. I'm a huge Will Ferrell fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't think the later seasons worked. Seasons 8 and 9 though, they weren't bad.
Well, that's what like I'm saying. I don't know. I think they did well for not having Michael.
Yeah. What do you think of the finale?
I think the finale was good too.
Michael came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool to see him back.
Yeah, well, they had to bring him back for the last episode.
And his final quote was, because that was at Dwight and Angela's wedding.
Yes.
And then Jim and Pam were dancing as well. He's like, it's like all my kids grew up and married each other.
Yep. Yep.
And it was kind of nice too, because throughout the entire series, his one goal was to have a family, and he finally did. He had kids with Holly.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. They had to wrap up his story
Yeah.
because that put a final thing.
When
on
Holly was like so perfect, she was so weird.
Yeah.
Just like he was, like a weird sense of humor.
Yeah. So something else I thought was funny. Kelly and Ryan, they ran off together.
Yes.
His baby, he left it with her boyfriend.
Yes.
He's like, I think he has a rash. He's like, really? He's like, all I did was rub strawberries all over his face. He'll be fine. He's like, he's allergic to strawberries.
Terrible.
And then they ran off together.
Yep.
Ryan's one of the funniest characters.
You think so?
Yeah. Because he got the corporate job. Remember that?
Yes.
And then he was on the drugs.
Yes.
He's like, he had like the most changes throughout the entire series.
He went from the intern
The
to
temp.
the CEO, the temp to the CEO, back to the temp.
Yep. And then him and Kelly ran off together.
Yes.
And when he got the corporate job, he's just like, we're through. And she's like, what?
That was a good episode. The end, the way his face, he's just like, we're done.
Another one of my favorite episodes. I forgot about this one. Was Beach Day.
Yeah, Beach Day's a good one.
That's probably one of my favorites too.
Pam has like the breakdown.
Yeah.
She like runs over the coals.
Yeah. And then Andy, he's like in the sumo outfit.
Yes.
And he's like floating down the river.
Yes.
You just see him in the background. Michael's like, where's Andy been? We haven't seen him all day. He's just like floating.
Yep.
Oh my. But yeah, I think the first couple seasons were the best.
Yeah, I agree.
They were hilarious. And then the quote here, occasionally I'll hit someone with my car. So sue me. So yeah, good old Office.
Yep.
I did watch the British version of The Office.
I watched like one episode.
It was awful.
Yeah.
I hated it.
When I don't like that guy.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Well, the one who played the original Jim was the one who played Bilbo Baggins in The Hobbit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like foreign people.
Neither do I. I honestly don't either.
No, I can't get into
I don't
it.
like British TV.
Yeah. When they have that very dry like humor, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's hard to get into. I don't like it.
And like the camera work too. I don't like camera work with British.
Yeah.
That's probably just me, but
It's so hard. No, I don't.
I just don't like the look of it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's just I really don't like British culture too much.
Wow. now you said the
Well,
whole culture.
Well,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying.
That
I don't
really
know.
took it to the next level there.
Hey, I like fish and chips,
Yeah.
but hey, I don't know.
We like Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey's cool. And there's a new series someone was talking about, Sherlock. Did you ever see that show?
No.
Someone told me to watch that. I might get into that. It's about Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
And Doctor Who, I can't stand that show either. That's a British show.
No, I never got into Doctor Who.
People go nuts over that.
People go, yeah. There's like conventions and stuff just for that show.
It's almost like a Star Trek following or a
Yeah.
Star Wars following.
Yeah, it is.
It's been going on for like 50. They just celebrated 50 years of it.
Really.
Yeah, I could never get into that. Well, because they rebooted it in like 2004 or something.
Yeah.
That show's never gonna end.
One show I did try to watch on Netflix. It was terrible. Farscape.
Yeah, you told me about it. What's that about?
It's about this this NASA astronaut, and it's really like kind of like our like time, not that far into the future. He like launches into space, and I forget what happens, but somehow he like warps across the galaxy.
Yeah.
And he ends up with all these like alien ships. And they just like take him on, like he just like joins them. And then the rest of the show is just about him like living with these aliens.
Yeah, I've seen the DVD releases.
And it's not just like one alien, it's like a bunch of different ones, they all have ships and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, I watched like 3 or 4 episodes, it was terrible.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
Yeah, and it was just really boring, and like he's the only human on the show, and it's just, I don't know, it's weird.
Alright, a new weekly segment of yours on the podcast is going to be about your little show called Revolution.
Yes, I'm caught up with that. I saw the last 2 episodes.
Every week you're going to complain about it. Go.
That show's terrible.
But why do you watch it then?
I don't know, and it's not even, now it's not even going anywhere. Like last season, halfway through the season, they threatened to cancel it because they said it sucked and wouldn't go anywhere. So like the next half of the season, like they did a lot because they're trying to save the show, so they were like explaining stuff, all kinds of stuff was going on. It was great, and now this season it's back to like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And it's just like the same old shit. Like one of them gets caught and the rest goes save them, and then one of them get caught and then the rest goes save them. And they just, I don't know, just nothing goes on. I keep watching it.
Yeah, evidently.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're into this show, but it's crazy following now. Walking Dead. Everyone loves that show.
Yeah, I could never get into it.
I've never watched a single episode. I'm not a huge zombie person.
This one guy in there, he's obsessed with zombies. Remember that book I let you borrow?
Yeah.
He let me borrow that book.
Yeah.
And he's like serious about this shit. Like he has like guns and stuff at his house. Like, he has like a plan. He thinks it's gonna happen.
Well, a new study said it's going to eventually. It's possible.
Yeah.
Some kind of like brain enzymes.
Yeah.
They discovered. They said it could happen.
Well, there is like a zombie disease over in Africa, where like the people get like really sick and then they act like zombies, like they're like brain dead, but they're still alive. Like they're not actually dead.
Yeah.
What I mean, like they resemble a zombie.
Yeah. I could see it happening, but I don't think it's gonna be some whole apocalypse. Like there's not gonna be a zombie apocalypse.
Well, the whole thing about zombies, it's just not real. Like the human body, you can't shoot it and have it still live.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. Like I think there could be a disease that could wipe us all out real quick. I mean, that's possible.
Black Plague.
But to have a disease that basically kills you, but you're still alive, and that like you're like impossible to kill, like that, no.
Like maybe you're in a state of mind where you can't control your body.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But if they shoot you, you're gonna die.
Yeah, like if you chop somebody's arm off, no matter if you're a zombie or not, you're gonna bleed to death and die like immediately.
And if you bite people, they're not gonna get it too.
Yeah, well, maybe it's through the saliva.
That's like rabies, I guess.
Because you can get I can give you bronchitis by like coughing on you.
Yeah.
So like that stuff I can believe in, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna be like unstoppable like they are in the movies.
Yeah.
And that you can just like cut their arm off and they still keep coming. Like, no, that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like the body's gonna shut down. Like your heart, no matter what's gonna like give out and your arms get cut off.
Yeah, I've never watched The Walking Dead, but everyone I know freaking loves that show. It's like they're obsessed with it.
I watched it once. It's like a really low budget show.
Oh no, it's $2 million an episode.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It looked low budget.
No. Just the camera work.
Yeah. No, I never watched. I watched like one episode.
Yeah, it's $2 million an episode.
Really?
Which is crazy.
Wow.
And there's another show I wanted to ask you if you watched, Under the Dome.
Yes.
Did you like that?
Well, it's got Hank from Breaking Bad. He's like one of the main characters.
Okay.
A-Rock Schroeder? Yeah, it's a pretty good show. It's kind of weird.
I saw the DVD. They have a pretty cool DVD of it.
I haven't. Is it back on yet? I saw season 1. I haven't watched season 2 yet.
I don't know.
But I don't know. That show kind of reminds me of Revolution, though. Like, a lot of it doesn't make sense.
Well, it's with the Simpsons movie. They put him in a dome.
A lot of it doesn't make sense, and like it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Because when I hate shows like that have like a simple concept because they drag it out so much. They like the whole show's about what's the dome? Why is there a dome? And how are they gonna get out there?
Yeah.
It's gonna take 5-6 seasons to like figure that out. Like, come on now, we don't we don't need 5 seasons.
It doesn't take 6 years to get out of a dome.
Yeah, so they just like drag it out. And that's kind of like that show is. They've explained like nothing in it. It's already on like season 2. So honestly, I just want to see like the last season to figure out why the dome was
All right, I have right here the plot for Bates Motel season 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it real quick. Now you'll probably have you seen every episode of the first season?
Yes.
All right. Picking up from last season, Norman, who was played by Freddie Highmore, is fixating on Miss Watson's death, while Norma's mysterious past starts to haunt the family with the introduction of her brother. Meanwhile, Norman's brother Dylan, I didn't know he had a brother. He has a brother?
Oh yeah. He has an older brother.
Okay. He gets more entrenched in the family drug war that fuels White Pine Bay and finds himself right in the middle of the danger as Bradley, who remains on the hunt to uncover her father's death.
Bradley, she's hot. And I think both of them banged her. I think too.
I don't know. I've only seen the first 2 episodes, so I don't know who that is. Is that the real sick girl?
Sorry, that might be a spoiler, but no, that's the hot one, not the sick one.
Well, I don't know.
Norman sleeps with her, and I think his brother sleeps with her too. Or if he hasn't, he's probably going to. Yeah, she's hot.
Okay.
That might be bad to say that because she's only like 17 in the show.
Well, I'm 17, so
right, well,
there you go.
There you go.
Alright, so Sheriff Romero is caught up on all fronts as everything in town escalates, and Emma complicates her relationship with Norman as the duo explore new love interests, bringing new and old characters along for the ride.
Emma is the sick one.
Okay, that's okay.
She has like she has some kind of like lung disease. She can't breathe.
So season 2 is coming March 3rd, 2014. So yeah, are you gonna be watching season 2?
Yes, definitely.
I still have to. I have season 1. I just don't.
I got rid of my cable TV, so I gotta wait like a day or 2 after the episode.
Yeah.
I'll watch it on the Hulu.
Well, I don't watch it on live TV anyway because of commercials. I can't. I don't know. I'm ADHD like that.
Yeah.
I can't sit through commercials.
There's some major shows coming on that I want to watch. I forget what they are now. There's a lot of shows coming out in February.
For like half a season.
Yeah. That's like the new trend these days. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff coming out in February.
Well, Arrow came back on a week ago, and dude, you need to follow it because they just revealed something in today's episode, or no, last week's episode I watched. They revealed some huge big plot twist. It was crazy. And if you would have been following it,
I'm a little behind on the.
My mind was blown by that.
Really?
I did not see it coming. Did you get to the part where he meets Slade Wilson on the island?
No.
No. Okay, never mind then. I won't ruin it for you.
Okay.
You need to just do one of your little bronchitis things.
Yes.
Just binge on Arrow.
My Netflix binges.
The entire first season's on there.
Right.
And we're halfway through season 2.
Okay.
And something I haven't done for a while was the Star Wars news. There's some pretty big Star Wars news coming.
Really?
Well, they already announced it, but it's supposed to feature they're supposed to focus more on the original characters.
I heard they're pretty much throwing out the Star Wars extended universe.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I love it. I hate the Star Wars universe. I hate the expanding universe.
Okay, I don't even really know what that means, what the extended universe is, just from the books.
Well, I actually heard that they're expanding more on it. I didn't hear that they're throwing it out. I heard they're expanding more on it.
I heard they were getting rid of it.
No.
Well, didn't you say that they're going to focus more on the original characters?
In the movies, but they're still making. There's a new animated series coming out.
Oh, really?
Pixar's thinking about doing a movie on it, which it's going to be a complete failure.
Maybe what I read was wrong. Then I could have sworn I read an
article. If anything, they're expanding it even more.
Okay. The article I read said they didn't like it. That they're basically getting rid of it.
I hate it.
Universe.
I hate it, but I still watch. I'll watch anything Star Wars.
Oh, we gotta talk about that revelation I made. Just like last week.
You made a revelation?
I didn't. I finally found out that.
Oh, okay.
I never knew E.T. was in Star Wars.
Yeah. I was gonna do a theory on that, but we can go over it now if you want.
We can talk about it here, and you can still do a theory.
Yeah. All right, let me bring it up. I have it.
Well, I just realized that like last week. I never knew E.T. was in Star Wars.
He was in. I always knew he was in, but I never knew the theory about it because he put it in for Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. When then people said that he is a Jedi.
Yes, I have the info right here that you sent me. Let me see here.
And it was what? It's because
I kind of debunked it though, but
he recognizes Yoda. If you watch the E.T. movie,
Alright, let me read. I got everything right here.
Alright.
Yoda was hanging out in the Senate chamber, which was where the ETs were sighted in Phantom Menace.
Yes.
And there's 3 in the one pod, the Senate pod.
Yes.
So it's clear that they would recognize Yoda because they saw him in the Senate.
Yes. And they're saying, I guess what they're saying is the 3 that they show in the movie, that's E.T. and his parents, is what people are saying. Or there's 3. Those are the 3. It's supposed to be E.T. and then it's his mom and dad.
It's kind of strange though, because there's 2 of them, and then there's one smaller one in the back behind them.
When you remember in E.T., it's his parents that come back for him. It's like his mom.
Yeah.
That comes and gets him in the E.T. movie. And they're saying in Star Wars, yeah, that's him and his parents.
And then some ET creatures come to Earth. One of them meets a young boy, which was Elliot. Here's the inconsistency that I see.
Yeah.
Elliot plays with Star Wars toys. So then obviously it's not true.
What does the thing say?
That young boy plays with Star Wars figures, which is kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
That kind of debunks the entire thing.
It does a little bit.
And then
but it's more of just giving nods to each other there. That's kind of just like...
Yeah, and then E.T. meets a kid dressed as Yoda at Halloween.
That part is weird though, because E.T., like, he's walking down the neighborhood at Halloween, everyone's in costumes, and he only stops when he sees the kid dressed up as Yoda.
I just thought of something though. There's no way he could be a Jedi. Why would E.T. be in the Senate if he was a Jedi?
You can't be in the Senate if you're a Jedi?
You'd be a Jedi. If you have any, like, you know, if you can manipulate the Force, you're not going to be in the Senate. You're going to be in the Jedi Order.
Maybe he was a Jedi and he just retired.
You can't retire to be in the Senate. Come on.
I don't know, man, but I'm just saying.
And then they're saying it's reasonable to assume that E.T. can make bikes and toys fly by using the Force.
Well, yeah, how did he make the bike and stuff fly?
It could have been just some extraterrestrial technology or something.
Alright, maybe he's not a Jedi, but maybe he just knows the Force. Maybe he can do a little bit of Force.
You can't, it's impossible.
And it's weird that he recognizes Yoda and no other one else at a Halloween.
Yeah.
I did not say that as weird, because like I said, it's a neighborhood and everyone's in costumes, and he's just like rolling along, and then the little kid dressed up as Yoda like comes walking by, and he just like stops and stares at him.
Yeah.
He's the only one who does it to him.
I don't believe it, but
in reality, I think it's just both of them giving nods to each other's movies. But then you get into the Keith stuff where I don't know.
Yeah.
They argue about things that don't even exist to begin with, so I don't know.
Well, I don't believe it. There's no way. So
yeah.
Sorry to say, but I've debunked that one.
E.T. was invented after Star Wars anyway, so you couldn't really be Star Wars.
Yeah, it could.
E.T. didn't exist. Star Wars was made.
But he was in The Phantom Menace, 1999.
Yeah. But that movie was made. Alright.
Alright.
So that's the theory on that.
Yeah, we're not going to argue about that. So yeah, I was telling you about the Peter Pan theory. Man, that's one of the best theories I've ever heard. The Peter Pan theory. Let me go through this with you.
The thing about these theories, I don't think any of them are true. People are just like trying to make stuff out of them.
Well,
Peter Pan is a messed up movie though, because if you read, apparently the books get pretty dark.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a documentary about it, and the guy that wrote it, like there's like a documentary, he like explains everything.
Yeah.
And he basically said it's about like him not wanting to grow up and like his like mental disabilities and stuff.
Alright. Yeah. So here's the theory. Alright, so Peter Pan, you know, he's supposedly this hero.
Yeah.
He's actually a pixie. He's obviously not a fairy, because the fairies are small. You saw that.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell's a fairy. That he's a pixie.
But he's a real boy. He can't be a pixie.
He is a pixie.
That's what makes him Peter Pan, because he's a real boy.
It's the illusion of a real boy.
Okay.
Let me get through this. The Lost Boys, you know, he obviously keeps them safe or whatever from Captain Hook.
Yes.
And then he draws in the new children. Once they grow up, the pixies kill the kids for their power source. That's why he flies.
Wow.
He kills the kids. So he pretends he's their friend. He's saving them and everything, but he's really the bad guy. Captain Hook's the protagonist.
Yeah.
He's the one trying to save the kids. Do you ever wonder why there was a Captain Hook? Like, why would there be a pirate in Neverland?
Because he's the evil person. There has to be an evil person.
Yeah, why is he there though?
Because he's evil.
There's always a reason to have an antagonist.
And that doesn't make sense because the kids are there for like ever. Because remember, he like leaves and he grows up to become in the second one. He's like a full-grown man. And he goes back, and all the kids are still there as kids.
Dude, that was freaking Robin Williams movie. You're really gonna go by the Robin Williams movie?
That's the same thing, though. I mean, it goes off the books.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of that. Because remember, he was there for like weeks and he wouldn't age. Like he'd be there for like weeks and he'd come back and it was only be like a day in the real world.
Yeah.
Like you go there and you don't age. So the kids would never grow up. Therefore, they could never eat them.
Yeah. Hey, that's a theory.
I don't believe any of these theories.
Some of them are better than others.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. The Rugrats one, that's like the most popular one, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, I don't believe it. I don't believe them either, but it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
It's just fun to look at them like that.
Well, no, there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, I don't believe it.
And it's just metaphorically what they stand for.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the only person that knows the true meaning of it's the author, is the person that wrote it. And a lot of these older stuff, like the authors came out and said their movies. You know? So it's like,
but if I were to make a series like that, I would so make a theory for it. I would so make some kind of like backstory behind it that only I would know.
Yeah.
I would always do that. Like have some kind of like backstory.
Yeah.
But the Schnozberry, we gotta talk about that.
That one's ridiculous.
And that one's actually true. The author admitted it.
Yeah.
The Schnozberry.
Schnozberries.
And then something else I didn't notice. I wasn't actually the one that found this, but the Schnozwangler.
What?
Is the remember he was talking about the Oompa Loompas would get eaten.
Yeah.
One of the creatures was the Schnozwangler.
What's the Schnozwangler?
Well, you know what a Schnozberry is. The Schnozwangler.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and guess what the Schnozwangler is.
Oh my god. Why would that eat the Oompa Loompas?
Well, that whole movie's messed up.
Yeah, that's like.
And I told you there are sequels for the book, for the original book.
Yeah.
There's one, the glass elevator, and then there's one where he goes to the White House.
I'm surprised they never did movies about that.
Well, it's because Roald Dahl hated the movie. He hated the Willy Wonka movie.
So he wouldn't let him do any more movies?
He said no more sequels, we're done.
Why do you hate the movie so much?
I don't know. I guess I really don't know why. He never really.
Because the movie's freaking out there.
Yeah, well, the book's out there too.
Like, so,
Roald Dahl's out there.
Yeah, so like I would I never read the book, but I would assume the movie kind of matches it because the movie's freaking out there.
Well, the remake is more faithful to the book.
The remake's, I don't like the remake.
That's what the book was supposed to be. First movie was supposed to be.
Well, I don't think the remake's really any different than the original, is it? Other than just the actors.
It takes both movies or both books.
Okay.
Because you remember how the first movie ended in the glass elevator.
Yeah.
The second movie went into the sequel, where he brought him home, and then they had another subplot going on.
Yeah.
So it did incorporate the first two books.
Okay.
The glass elevator.
Brad Pitt directed that movie. He didn't direct it, but his like production company did it.
Really? Because Tim Burton did the first one, or not he was the one that directed it.
That was Brad Pitt. He started like some production company, and that was like the first movie. That was like the first movie they did. Yeah.
Did not know that.
But yeah, he didn't direct it or anything. It was just like the production.
Well, yeah, that's a Tim Burton movie. Yeah. I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan. What about you? I don't know. Like Nightmare Before Christmas. Not a huge fan of that.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
I don't know. I don't know.
The other ones that came out, I don't like it.
What did you think of the Tim Burton Batman?
Yeah, that was good.
That was, the Tim Burton Batman, that pretty much made Batman though. Like that, it didn't make it, but it brought back what Batman was originally supposed to be.
Yeah. And
like, because it took it away from the Adam West. Do you remember those?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's what I grew up with.
Well, yeah, that's not what Batman's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And they're actually releasing a box set finally of the complete Adam West series.
Really?
It's 150 some episodes.
Right.
Ran for a long time. But yeah, those are hilarious.
Yeah, they're pretty
It's
bad.
so far away from what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because Batman was created, he had a gun.
Oh, really?
The first couple issues, he had a gun. And here's a little fun fact for you. Superman didn't fly until many years until after he was created.
Really?
He would jump over buildings.
Oh,
He would have super jumping.
okay.
So a little fun fact for you.
Didn't know that.
So yeah, the what do you think of the new Batmans, the Dark Knight trilogy?
Yeah, they're not bad.
What do you think of Ben Affleck playing?
That I don't know. I'll have to wait till I see it. I can't see Ben Affleck playing Batman.
Evidently, I have no faith in this movie because I hated Man of Steel. I hated Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I have no faith in Zack Snyder. He's gonna ruin everything.
Yeah. Man of Steel was pretty weird. It was out
It
there.
was terrible. I hated it.
It was different.
I don't know why I bought it. That was a red box one there. I had a feeling I wasn't gonna like it.
Yeah.
I bought it. I was gonna get the special edition, but I didn't.
Wow.
I had a feeling I'm like this isn't gonna be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, Man of Steel was terrible. Ben Affleck as an older Batman, I think it's good. I could definitely see it.
I just can't see Ben Affleck. I don't know. He's not like a serious person.
Yeah, it is. He made Argo. I mean, that was a serious movie.
Yeah.
That got best movie of the year.
Argo was a good movie.
I've never seen it.
Where they always say, "Oh, go to hell," or something like that.
Well, all right. I've never seen it.
When people used to call like the production company, what would they say? They would say, I think that's what it was. They'd always answer the phone. They'd just be like, "Oh, go to hell."
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Yeah.
Did you see the movie?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, it is in the movie.
Okay.
So if you didn't see the movie,
All right. There were rumors. I don't know if you remember this. There were rumors of an Office movie.
No, I never heard that.
Now, I don't think it's ever going to get made, but it was definitely considered.
Yeah.
For after the series finale, so it is still possible.
Huh.
What would they do though? Because they ended the series.
Well, yeah, I couldn't see him making one now. That'd be kind of pointless.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on X-Files 3, and what'd you say, Terminator 5? Is that what they're
Terminator Genesis. It's a reboot. Don't watch it. It's gonna be a reboot.
What reboot of what?
Terminator.
Which Terminator?
The entire series is being rebooted.
In the one movie?
You know what a reboot is?
They're gonna remake all the movies?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Why don't they?
They have a new Sarah Connors. They have a new John Connor. Sarah Connors is the Game of Thrones actress. I don't know her name.
They need to continue.
But Schwarzenegger's gonna be in it.
They need to continue the story.
Well, the Sarah Connor, what was it? The Sarah Connor Chronicles?
Yeah, they left off to start another movie.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of in production hell, really. Like there's so many rumors of it being a reboot. There's no point of rebooting it though. So I just don't understand the logic of a reboot.
They need to just continue the series. Why would they remake all the movies? That's retarded.
Well, Terminator Genesis, that sounds like a straight to DVD movie.
Yeah, really, it's a terrible title.
What's that even mean?
And nothing's gonna beat the originals, dude. It's James Cameron.
Yeah. Well, Terminator 3.
And they were great for the time. Like, you watched what, the second one?
Yeah.
Dude, I think that came out in like 1991.
Yeah.
And you see like the graphics and stuff in that. It's crazy.
Well, it's James Cameron. He always does that.
He's always way ahead of the time.
He made Titanic, which was insane.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary on how he made Titanic. I don't know how you could even do that now.
Yeah.
Titanic was crazy.
Yeah.
Especially in 1997.
Yeah. His movies are nuts.
What'd you think of Titanic?
It's alright.
It's supposedly the greatest movie ever made. Would you agree?
No, I wouldn't agree with
that. Neither would I. It's one of those movies that you have to like. You really don't have a choice but to like.
It's okay. It's not good. It's not bad.
Yeah, it did special effects wise pretty much take over.
Yeah.
And then Avatar. What'd you think of that?
Avatar was good.
Yeah, we actually got the privilege to see that in theaters.
Yeah, we saw it.
That was a once in a lifetime.
In the 3D. That was the last movie I saw in the theaters.
Really?
Yeah. When was it? Like 3 years ago.
2010. January 2010.
Exactly
February.
Exactly 4 years ago?
Yeah. Holy crap.
Wow. Yeah, that's the last time I was in the movie theater.
Well, I'm boycotting the ticket prices. So
that's why I don't go. It's too expensive.
It's like $13 now.
Heck yeah.
Last movie I saw was Avengers.
Yeah.
And I saw Dark Knight Rises as well. Those were the last two movies. I saw Dark Knight Rises 6 hours, or no, like 12 hours after the shootings in the Aurora, Colorado.
That's a little scary.
I couldn't wait to see it. I'm like, screw it, I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am gonna go see the new X-Men movie in theaters.
Yeah.
I will see that, but none after that, and Star Wars. Are you going to see Star Wars with me?
Oh, when's that come out?
2016.
No ways to think about.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be December 18th, 2015, but they don't even have a script yet, barely. So I really don't think it's getting made yet.
Yeah, you don't think they're gonna make it?
No, I think it's gonna be 2016.
Yeah.
Well, Batman vs Superman got pushed back to 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I have no faith in that movie.
I don't know what movies are coming out soon. I don't even know when movies are coming out.
This year, 2014, the new Spider-Man, which is gonna fail.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't care about that.
It's gonna. I care about it.
Is the new RoboCop coming out?
Yeah.
I heard bad things about that already.
It looks alright. Trailers.
I don't know. I've been seeing like articles and stuff saying it's gonna be.
Well, it's PG-13. That's why everyone's complaining.
Oh, well, it should be PG-13.
Yeah.
You know, the first RoboCop, the first like 15 minutes, man. It's just,
oh my god, dude.
Swearing. And
well, they like torture him. They blow all his limbs off.
And don't they like pretty much rape that girl?
Yeah. RoboCop's a terrible movie. It's a good movie. I love it, but still, it's like a terrible movie.
It's very violent.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Like the first 15 minutes, it's just those gangsters. Like it's all violence and swearing and like
blood everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, Godzilla's coming out. That trailer.
I still didn't watch that trailer.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
That's one of the best trailers I've ever seen.
When you said Heisenberg's in it.
Yeah. Cranksman.
Yeah.
Yep. And that looks good. I'll probably see that. I'm not a huge Godzilla fan, but the trailer really did it for me.
Yeah.
It did. I've seen the first Godzilla. That's all I've ever seen. 1950s. Did you ever see the original?
No.
You've never seen the original Godzilla?
No.
You can borrow it. I remember that one time we went to an Xbox Live party and you were just like, Godzilla. You remember that?
No.
And they're just like, what? You just like yelled Godzilla in GTA party.
Yeah,
you're just
sometimes I just like to yell random things. And
oh yeah, it's always fun. But you're just like Godzilla. They're just like, what?
Well, sometimes you gotta do that. Keep things lively.
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, so I guess that pretty much covers it for this week.
Alright, sounds good.
Next week, we'll be back with more CyberDen-ness.
Some more Revolution talk.
Yeah, definitely. And some more GTA, hopefully. Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully something. Give me a casino, the heists, missions, and the content creator. Give us something.
Give me a broken bottle. I don't care.
No, I don't want that. You can take that.
I bought that.
Broken bottle.
I've actually bought that.
There's DLC right here. Yeah, you can take it and shove it up your ass. Broken bottle. That was terrible.
And a pistol. With a
flashlight.
flashlight.
They acted like it was like cool. Like, hey.
Well, they acted like it was revolutionary.
Yeah, we didn't make you pay for this. I don't even want it if it's free.
Yeah. Alright, this is DN2777S.
This is CyberDen.
We out.